Alright, welcome guys to the Elza portion of the December 2019 update for Resident Evil 1.5. If you haven't already, go check out Leon's. I have it available up right now with and without commentary, as well as a full playlist of every single build from the beginning until now, so you can see how everything has changed. It's really amazing, honestly, and I can't thank the team enough for all their dedication and hard work to this, because this is something they definitely do not have to do. I don't think they're even like asking for donations or anything. It's just, out of passion, which is awesome. And I want to, give them more exposure. So I'll have the full thanks for the whole team, of course, in the description. And yeah, I'm very curious to see. If you haven't already checked out Leon's, I'm not going to spoil it for you, what's the differences, but a lot of it has been story-based, cutscenes and dialogue. Things have been fixed, things have been added, altered, and one particular special thing was added, which we'll hopefully see in this one as well. And I don't want to spoil that until we actually get to it, but it was very surprising, but very cool. And yeah, let's get into this. Let's see how Elza's differences are. So again, when this goes up live, I will also have a no commentary version if you prefer to see that. Also, as a little disclaimer, I have a sinus infection. I'm not feeling well, so my voice sounds weird, or there's certain times where I'm kind of quiet. It may be because I have to mute. I might have to mute the mic to cough or something. I'm really not feeling too well, and I also have zero energy in me because this infection has not been letting me sleep well. So I've been up for quite a while now, basically. Well, I don't know if it's been 24 hours, but I've been up for a long time. So let's get into this. But just want to get that out there. I apologize in advance. Please bear with me. I wanted to get this up for you guys because I found out about it a few days ago, and I know you guys really look forward to these updates as much as I do. I don't know why Elza's eye is bugging out, but let's get into this. Alright, so one thing I wanted to note, that text was actually taken from, wow, her physics like jiggle like crazy. Simulator. Was actually taken from the trial version of Resident Evil 2. In case anyone didn't know that. Go ahead and lower the volume just a tad on my headset. I am listening to this through my surround sound headset, and it really amplifies the sound when you hear the music. Certain loud music is a little too unbearing. Yeah, I guess. I'm tired, so. Alright, so yeah, nothing different in that room. So pretty much wherever there is dialogue, things are going to be altered, extended upon, or there for the first time. Yes, this shotgun's going to be our friend. So I did learn some interesting things doing Leon's first that hopefully I can prevent with Elza, because it was just nonsense. I'll explain it as I go on. So a cool cutscene happens here now for Leon. So if you want to see what happens there, go check out the Leon one. But it's pretty cool. Because it's something I knew about for a while, but I guess, I'm not going to begin to know how it is for these guys to program the stuff, so... but they finally were able to program a cutscene there that was supposed to take place, so... It's pretty cool to finally see it in motion. And if you're new to the beta builds, basically, I go through each area, one by one, going through every room, every floor, and then we move on to the next sections. So this is obviously the first section. So, we'll be back, actually, because we've got things to check out. So the pattern you go through with Elza compared to Leon is different. They don't start in the same areas, so you have to kind of approach this differently. Also, I am super exhausted. I know I said that before, but wow. Super exhausted. Okay, so this place got a huge touch-up. Look at the amazing detail of this. Look at this. This is sick. Love the blood splatter on the floor. But this is some amazing pre-rendered backgrounds. And that's the thing I've never understood. Why do people talk about pre-rendered backgrounds like they're terrible? They age so well. They look great. Also, look at this. I thought that was funny. They added the new Brad poster from Resident Evil 2 Remake into here. I don't know how they did it, but that's just crazy. Absolutely crazy. This looks like a cigarette machine. Yeah, you can't check it though. So for Leon, he gets to talk to Marvin there. A lot of these rooms don't have anything different, so I'm going to just assume, just like Leon, it's going to be the same for Elza. But I definitely want this first aid spray. See if I can get... Oh, that didn't go well. See if I get past him without having to shoot, but I'd rather not take any damage. So this room is completely useless, except for the fact that they added eventually this set of handgun ammo, but other than that, it is completely useless. So it's a radio room, but basically they just say, because there's no electrical power, you can't actually use anything in here, so this room is completely useless. I mean, I'll take that handgun ammo for sure, though. Also, I should have mentioned this at the start. If you have a pair of headphones or like a headset of your own, definitely listen along, because the sound is so much creepier when you actually listen to it with a headset. You hear a lot of extra sound effects that normally you don't get to hear. Which is pretty awesome. So we're coming up to the archives room. There are certain things that I'm going to explain as if like this is the first time you've ever seen it. Because I think every time I do a build, someone sees it for the first time. I should also mention I have a tutorial on how to play this on PC or Mac, and as well as the PlayStation Classic. PlayStation Classic as in, you know, the miniature version, not the original PlayStation. Though you can play it on the original PlayStation as long as you burn the disc and have a soft modded PlayStation. You can play it. I've done it. It's pretty cool. So they actually removed, at least I think they removed the handgun ammo you can get here. Okay, no. I just wasn't searching the right place, or Leon doesn't have access to that. I'm going to assume I didn't search the right place, but we have plenty of handgun ammo anyway. Should also be making save states. It's actually pretty important to make save states when playing this, when playing any of the beta builds, because they can have a tendency to either crash or glitch to the point where you have to restart it in order to continue. But unfortunately, nothing new in the archives room to do. But what an amazing room. Like, I feel like you could have a really creepy scene in there. And this shot is just awesome. This is really cool to me. Let's go see where this leads. Okay, so we were just... I think we were at the second, or we were at the first floor? Okay, we were at the second floor. Okay, perfect. So, let's go back up to the third. Start making there some save states, because I do not want to accidentally leave myself in a state where I have to do this again. I might get hit there. Oh, surprisingly not. Funny enough, so I read the patch notes, and I mentioned this at the end of Leon's. Oh, let's see what the dialogue is here. I believe that's literally exactly the same as what he says to Leon. So I mentioned this at the end of my Leon video, that there was some patch... There always is patch notes when this released, but I tend to kind of like glance over them really quickly and just kind of play it because I don't want to get spoiled. But they're not really full of spoilers per se. They just kind of tell you like, oh, this was added here, you know, what patch notes typically are. So I kind of glanced over it one more time after finishing the Leon one, which was a little while ago. And yeah, it pretty much just is, like I said, altering cutscenes, adding cutscenes, or fixing stuff like that. So I'm not sure the specifics. They do say the rooms, but I can't memorize every single room. So we'll see them as we go along. I know some of the areas that already trigger cutscenes, and we haven't gotten to any of them just yet. We're getting close to starting to get to them, though. There's quite a lot in the police station. Are the gorillas in here? Oh, they're not. For Leon, they are. For Elza, they're not. I don't understand why there's two huge gorillas in this big meeting room for Leon, but whatever. This unlocks the staircase to go to the helipad. And there is a cutscene here, so let's see if it's altered in any way. Or not here at all. Watch, it's gonna be here now. Wow, I'm surprised. Huh. Oh well. There is supposed to be a cutscene with Kendo there, but... Alright, let's go ahead and start exploring the basement. Nothing here but the dogs. With their very janky animations. I hate the way that they die. It's like really depressing. I mean, they're dogs, so of course it's depressing, but And he's trying to run after me now. They more or less look the same, though, as they do in the final build. This dude moves way too fast for his own good. Is this the boiler room, as they call it? No, the garage, okay. Pliers, which I'm not going to take. I don't think Elza has anything to do in here. If I'm not mistaken. I hope not. Oh boy. Well, this was a bad idea. This was a bad idea. Of course I get hit at the last second. Of course I do. Why wouldn't I? Managed to run like a full lap around him. I have an idea why some of the cutscenes aren't triggering yet. So firing range, which is awesome that they now have one in Resident Evil 2 Remake. Makes it, they really made the police station feel more like a police station, even though yes, the whole thing of it being an art gallery is legit. In this original version though, it wasn't going to be. That was purely added, just part of the redesign. Wow. He was really close that time. Yeah, we needed all this ammo. Of course, I have to reload. And I noticed you go into caution really fast in this. Poor dog. Alright. Yeah, because this is where we got a bulk of our ammo. We're going to need this. Yeah, so the unfortunate thing, if you haven't kept up with the beta builds, when you pick up a, another set of handgun ammo or whatever, they're actually separate items rather than just immediately combining it. Which is a nuisance, but it's not a big deal. I don't know if that's how it was intended or if that was a programming issue. I'm actually not going to take that. Alright, firing range, armory, garage, kennel. Alright, let's go to the basement 2 corridor. Alright, go to the prisons because this is actually where we're going to start triggering some cutscenes. All right, I just remembered how we trigger the first cutscene. Okay. we actually have to come back. We have to go... I don't know if it's Office A. Nope. I could get here. I could get there from here. Yeah, so it's like with the 1.5 builds, it's very precise. You have to trigger a certain cutscene to get another cutscene to trigger, and this or that, so it's very precise. So we have to get John Kendo. Yes, that's what his name was originally. And we have to get him out of that prison cell. But in order to get him out, we have to talk to Roy. Roy, who was going to be another supporting character in the game, who you guys will meet very shortly. These women are tanks. I don't know why. Look at this. Come on. Get closer. I'm gonna bet that I can take you down. Whew. Barely. Oh. I honestly didn't even realize you were there. I think part of it is just impatience. Alright, so Roy is going to be in the right interrogation room. Alright, let's see if this cutscene plays out any different. So a lot of the dialogue there is very similar to the dialogue between whether it's you're playing as Leon or Claire and Marvin. Very similar. So it's like a bit different, but it's very similar at the same time. So now that we did that, we can now go to the prison. Go back to the prisons. And we'll be able to talk to John. Yeah, I feel like that cutscene is better now. Other than that, the prisons are very useless. There's not really anything to them. They're still very glitchy in the graphics department. But, you know, it's cool. It has an actual set of prison cells, which they decided to finally add in Resident Evil 2 Remake, which is cool. There is prison cells in the original, but they look more like this in the remake. So now that we did that, okay, now I have to remember the name of the spot. Not the conference room. Would be East Corridor. Close enough. It's close enough. I gotta remember the name of it. Because, I mean, I know the other room is the interrogation room, but it didn't seem like it was giving me an option to go there. But now the zombies are gonna be all about here. Take care of them real quick. And now we're gonna get another cutscene. So you can tell they actually despawn the female zombies here, because the cutscene's actually in this area, in this actual room. I love how in the original 1.5 there's a lot of bloodshed around, which in the finished Resident Evil 2 doesn't really have that. The remake does, though. So here we go. That please, I'd like to be alone now. Dialogue is actually Irons' dialogue in the in the finished Resident Evil 2, when he talks about, well, when he pretends like he's not the one who killed Catherine Warren, but whatever. So we have now finished the first set of areas. Let's see if I can now activate Garage B with the cutscene. I think I might have to go back out and come back in. I'm trying to think if there was something else I have to do. I don't think so, because some things are just not able to be done. Well, let's just go ahead and skip to the sewers. I will say that one of the things that I did really pay attention to in the patch notes was also something that I noticed, is that the sewers, for those unfamiliar, is a very short area, a very small area, but it's extremely glitchy and broken. But with this latest update, the December one, I think they said all rooms actually connect now, which is insane. That you don't need the debug menu anymore. So there's a room I want to try, because I didn't try it 100% in Leon's, because I usually get like destroyed in there by the spiders, but Now that I read that, I'm very tempted to try it out. And here's an authentic save room, which I think this is awesome. Love the music. You can get a PlayStation memory card to save our game, which we can't actually do. So that'll just be a waste of an inventory slot, so I'm not going to be picking that up. I wonder when these will be accessible. The baggage box. Yeah, let's continue on. Zombies are now going to be here. At least they should be. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and make a save state. Because I want to see if I can run in this room past these spiders without taking any damage. Of course I didn't. But yeah, they are 100% real. Like, it does connect. That's awesome. I'm going to go ahead and reload that. I'm trying to take as least amount of damage as possible. I just feel like that's just nearly impossible, but whatever. I'll take the damage. I don't really care. So, this is a zombie tunnel, which I find really creepy that it has no sound effect. And then I feel like the zombies are already staring at you despite not moving, which is pretty cool. Then now they'll start to move. So now you can come over here, which connects to familiar territory. This is above the alligator room. So this stuff is all the same, but the fact that it's all connected now, that's the important part. I wonder if now, since they've gotten it connected, that they'll be able to, like, add more to it. Wow, I tried getting up and she wasn't going up. Oh, I didn't know you can come up here. I didn't know you could do that. That legitimately creeped me out. Alright, these spiders need to stop messing with me. Alright, check out L Tunnel 2. Gotta just mute my mic for a second. I got a cough. Alright, apologize for that. I had to cough really badly. And for some reason, the female zombies are just tanks, so it's not even worth killing them. Oh, so this leads here. Okay. Gotcha. So that leads there. And this leads where? Oh yeah, right. It's like a way you connect back to the police station. So like if you were to warp back here with the debug menu, this is where it would actually start you. And you see that how it's actually supposed to let you go down those boxes, because the whole thing is that John meets up with you and he helps you push those metal boxes off, and you're able to jump down with him. So I don't know if that was removed or I just didn't do the right thing to trigger it. I'm not really sure. But there is some more that we can do here. Or maybe I'm thinking ahead of time. Let me see, spider tunnel. Oh yeah, so look at this. This is pretty cool. So it's just nice to have this all connecting, because This place was such a mess. You needed the debug menu to like go through every door here, because everything would just... Basically how it works is when you click the button to like open the door, it just won't open. It's like, it just doesn't register. So it's nice to see actually everything connecting now. I'm hoping that, you know, and I'm not by any means trying to rush or anything. You know, these guys, they're extremely talented and doing an amazing job at something that us Resident Evil fans have been dying for. So they take as much time as they want to. I'm hoping, though, like, you know, like, just more of just wondering if now that they've gotten the rooms all to connect, if that means that they'll be able to start, like, building upon the rooms now and fixing them. But who knows, you know, no rush. These guys could take as long as they want. So with that being said, we're now going to move on to the next set of areas because, like I said, the sewers is very short. And the biggest thing there is the fact that everything's connected now. So we're going to be doing some more cutscenes here. So this was something added in the June patch that they'll actually follow you, whoever your support characters are here. But they can't follow to like 100%, to like 100 degree. They do get a little glitchy, as I'll show you right now. So when you climb up something like this, look at they start to randomly just shoot. I'm not sure what triggers that, but it is very interesting. I'm stocking up on quite a lot of shotgun shells. Yeah, so they just can't seem to be able to climb up. I wonder if you can bring Sherry here. Oh, you can. Another awesome thing, courtesy of... Another cool thing courtesy of the last patch from June, where they actually locked this part and you actually have to unlock it from the inside, which is pretty cool. Alright, we're gonna get another exclusive cutscene for these guys to trigger now. I wonder if it actually unlocks now, right? Yeah, you've opened the lock. See, that was definitely modified. That was much smoother than what it's been. So that was awesome. I wonder if it'll get to the point where you'll actually have to fend off the dogs. Then you can go through. Because obviously that transitions very fast. So I don't think that that's how it's actually supposed to be. But who knows? But they definitely altered that. Notice how the lighting changes on the box when you get closer? That's awesome. got light. Oh, I don't have the key for that. Oh. Got a case of the need for the debug menu. That glitched. Funny enough, because there's nothing to do in this except for look at this cool umbrella mouse pad. It's completely glitched. For Leon, though, you can access this with no problems, but with Elza, you have to debug once you get in there. Odd. Another one of the, at the moment, useless offices. But love the detail in it. It's really cool. Alright, Sightsee Marvin. What the hell? There's zombies here now. Okay, that's new. There certainly weren't zombies here before. Though I will say it makes a lot of sense. Why is there so many zombies? It makes sense to have zombies here, but that's a lot. Huh. For some reason I can't go in. Oops. Wait, I'm in? I'm so confused. Wait, I could just go in? Oh, wow. Well, that's new. That's all I gotta say. Wow, and that police zombie right there, his model was really different. Like, seeing it up close. Very detailed. Yeah, this area is pretty plain. There's nothing to it. Definitely not going to be anything that's altered because there's no story here. I don't know why, but like, I'm hearing this song right now, which is one of my favorite songs in the entire Resident Evil 2 soundtrack. And it's in the remake if you have the deluxe edition. And I'm hearing the song, and for some reason it's making me think of the remake, not the original. I don't know why. Uh-oh, uh-oh. That's not good. I wonder if it can get to me from here, but probably not going to really give it a chance. Alright, well, I know where to go. We're going to have ourselves a boss battle. Just have to run past the 5 million zombies that spawn. Have to be careful with my health, though. An ID is required to open it. Well, you know what I say to that? Once I find the correct thing. This is definitely not it. This is where I just was. Warehouse. You see, I didn't face him yet. Yeah, so. Look at that. No flamethrower for Elza. So that's one of the things I wanted to mention earlier that was completely useless. I picked up a flamethrower from this like locker thing, and it had no ammo in it, but it took up 2 spaces, which was irritating because I never knew that. I'm assuming it's new. Maybe it could be old, but that was just a huge waste of time and space. I was not going to do it, but I wanted to at least see if it was possible. So now we got ourselves a boss battle with William Birkin, which just has been here since the dawn of time. Pretty awesome. He mutates in between. Okay. He's done. So we head back. We should have a cutscene now. Did you find any tasty food? Seriously? Yeah, this cutscene is definitely more detailed, much better. It'd be awful if you actually have to fight him twice. Okay, John warping all over the place. I like how John's the one who's telling Elza, like, we gotta go try this, and Elza's kind of like, are you sure? You really think we should? Yep, so that was completely altered as well. That was much better. Take this green key card, take this first aid spray, and these shotgun shells. So now we're in the final area, which is obviously the Umbrella Labs, which also contain a bulk of different cool stuff. So I think it was very interesting for them to just focus a patch on solely the story. Okay, I gotta get past this guy. Please don't hit me. Whew. Because it's actually the part that I'm interested in. Obviously, I'm interested in the locations as well. But it's pretty cool to see more dialogue. And I wonder how much of this was in the original script, or things that they kind of have to make up as they go on. Because they obviously want to... They intend to 100% finish it. Whereas Capcom had only 80% finished it. Or 75%, I forget. We magically had the repair plug, so we're going to go ahead and put it in now. So go ahead and make a new save state because it's been a while. There's like first aid sprays galore here, so I'm gonna go ahead and actually use one. I'm not gonna take the blue medicine. I'll take another first aid spray. So this room a lot less detailed than the final one, but still looks really good. Very different, very unique. That room there that I quickly got out of, I had to, again, mute the microphone. I apologize. That's in the finished product. It looks exactly the same minus the two gorillas. Instead, you've got super lickers. And that music actually stays. It's like one of the, the only thing from 1.5 that stayed in the original. And stayed in the final release, I should say. So we're going to go back now to the main shaft. And this time we're going to go to the opposite direction. I want to know what Elza's looking at. But okay. So these are the keeper rooms, which is basically where the researchers stayed. And unfortunately, even though they're detailed and look really good, there's nothing to them yet. Hopefully, eventually there is. Doing a little bit of debugging just to make life easier, even though this actually didn't do anything different. I thought I started it in the entrance area of this hall, but I didn't. Started in the same spot, so it didn't really make a difference, but thankfully I managed to dodge that attack. See what's in here. Another one of our friends is going to drop down. Yep. I surely love spamming them. we are coming up to something new. And because I equipped my shotgun, I should tell you that's actually a pretty big deal. So funny, during the whole entire Leon, I didn't have to cough like at all. But I am coughing like crazy now. Okay, cargo lift. That's actually not where I wanted to go. Platform A. This might be it. Yep, this is perfect. Here we go, guys. Look at another new thing added, which is pretty awesome. It terrified me, like, inside when I first dealt with this during Leon's. Apparently this was shown in some footage, and I'm missing that this was going to be a thing. What's he doing? Oh. I think the music is great. Finally, he went down. But yeah, they've added a boss battle here. How crazy is that? So it's in one of the trailers or something that they had the footage of that. I'd have to check it out because I've watched a lot of the trailers and teaser stuff for it, so I wonder if I might have missed it. Hardest puzzle in the world right here, like the craziest quick time event. Look at that. All right, so we don't have too much left to explore here. What is 3B corridor? I was already there. Control room. Okay. So this is post-explosion, which is supposed to happen apparently after you make the vaccine. Which I didn't even get a chance to do. I don't know how I dodged that zombie. I really don't. Pure luck. Not even gonna lie. Come on. Come on. You're seriously gonna block the door like that? Come on. You can go around here. You were kind of close to me. I cannot investigate this ROM yet. I don't know if that's like a debug thing or... Oh well. So that's all you can do here. There you go. I did that because I wasn't sure, like, if they were going to get stuck on the door again. Oh. See, and now it's here, like, pre-explosion. It's weird how that works with the debug menu. Another room that got added in the last patch, but still unfortunately serves no purpose. This would be where the moth room is, where you register your fingerprint in the final Resident Evil 2. Yeah, see? No explosion now. It's funny how that works. Yeah, we don't have too much left to explore. Most of it, like I said, is just cutscene differences. Some cutscenes that I might have even missed, but I feel like I'm at least getting... I feel like I'm getting all of them, but I hope at least, if I am missing some, that I'm getting most of them. Bunch of footprints going in circles. Is I guess people panicking? Ah, yes. Here's a room that got a huge upgrade in the last patch. Nothing new in this one, but still want to show it to those who have not seen it before. And I'll leave in the description the patch notes so you guys want to read along. Like, you know, where the differences are. I'm gonna go ahead and make a... Oh, wait, what? Completely different cutscene here. And I got a cough. Completely different cutscene. Okay, I didn't expect that because what I was gonna say... There's actually dialogue there, and I could push John. John, get out the way! Normally, well, at least for Leon, and in the last patch, there's basically a group of zombies there, and you basically pick up like a... not a card case, so something of the sort. So it's kind of interesting. Alright, we're going to go back to the Keeper office. And I'm going to have to make my way back, because I think now I can make the vaccine. So, actually... let's see here. Server room. Server room should be where, like, the moth area thing is. Yeah, it is. Okay, perfect. We come out here and just go right across. Should be able to make the vaccine now. I'm gonna try to do this quickly because these zombies were taking way too long last time. With this, I can elaborate that scene for Sherry. See, the thing I don't like is I'm still hearing the zombie footsteps. Are they getting closer to me, or is that just background noise? You take in the GVAS and nothing else to do here. Oh god, nope, they're here. Alright, cool. I believe what they said is that with this whole thing, it should now allow the explosion to happen, or whatever. That's what I read in the patch notes. But I don't know how you trigger it. Maybe once you give it to her? God, I have to keep coughing. My allergies are killing me. Alright, let's go ahead and do another save state. Oh god, I didn't expect him to come after me. Here we go, let's see. Ivor got the vaccine. I could hear Claire's voice. Alright, so that's all brand new. So they were right, it does lead now to the place being on fire. Yeah, the shelter passage here can't actually go anywhere, unfortunately. So that's a waste of time. Shelter corridor. Let's see if it's on fire. Yeah, it is. Oh wait, I'm in the same spot, but now it's just on fire. It doesn't work. Okay, this is exactly where I wanted to go. Cool. C2 hangar. Oh my god, I almost got bit. Alright, what does it say here? Nothing about Ada. Let's just say it says something funny here about Ada that hasn't been programmed yet, so you'll see that in the Leon one. I don't want to spoil that. But this is basically wrapping up Elza's.
All employees proceed to the bottom platform. Repeat, all employees proceed to the bottom platform.
See if there's any text to this. Nope.
Proceed to the bottom platform.
There's not really too many differences here. I'll point out the small ones. The text here, which is really cool now. It definitely sounds like you're getting ready for the final boss battle. I could just see like the lights turning off right here, and then, you know, you have your boss battle. The same way you do with Mr. X in the V games. Unfortunately, nothing you can do other than see the new text there. Just go ahead and go to platform A. See the final dialogue changes for now. Look at that, Elza actually asking about Leon now. Yep, so there's one set of dialogue where Leon talks about Elza, and now there's one dialogue about Elza talking about Leon, which is really cool. All that text has been updated. It's quite a lot that they did. Now we're gonna see the last little thing, which is actually comical. Well, if it's there on Elza's, I know it's there on Leon's. Yeah, it is. Look, read this. Thank you for playing. Basically acknowledge that, I don't know what's up with her face getting crazy. That must be the emulator. But it's basically acknowledging, like, it's not done. But, that's the end of the line. That is the end of the line. Trying to get ourselves to a nice, comfortable spot. To just talk about the final comments. Overall, this was a really interesting build. Now having played both, I'm just gonna leave it here. Now having played both Leon and Elza's, I really like the dialogue changes. I really like the updated text. I like all the new things that are, you know, talk to each other. I like that you can actually trigger the laboratory to go on in flames. I like that you can actually make the vaccine for both characters. I like how both characters actually mention each other. I like how there's an extra boss battle. Just a lot of cool extra dialogue that, you know, I don't want to say is missing, but it was just added. And some of the conversations that already existed were, you know, improved upon and seem more like fluid now, more like something that would have been in the finished product. And again, I don't know if this is all conversations that they had planned in the game or some that were, you know, added because, you know, they don't have everything to go off of, you know, whatever Capcom was doing. So either way, big kudos to everyone who's working on this. Again, if you want to play it yourself, I have a tutorial on how to play it on your PC, Mac, or PlayStation Classic, which will be in a complete, huge Resident Evil 1.5 playlist, which I'll have at the end of the video, in the description, and in the pinned comment, if you want to play it yourself, as well as the latest patch notes. And thanks to all the people, and, you know, all the proper thanks to all the amazing people working on this awesome project. And I definitely recommend for you guys to go check out the previous builds, so you can see all the work that they've done, even from the June 2019 build to this one. This just released just a few days ago, 2 or 3 days ago now. So, really cool little Christmas treat. I hope everyone has, you know, an awesome Christmas, you know, whatever else you celebrate, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa. If you don't celebrate Christmas and it's just, you know, a week for you, I hope you have a great week. This was a really awesome treat for the end of the year. Obviously, we have a lot to look forward to in 2020, I was going to say 2019, with Resident Evil 3 Remake and Resident Evil Resistance, and hopefully, maybe even a small glimpse about what Resident Evil 8 will be like. So, there's a lot to look forward to. Thanks for sticking with me for this entire video. Again, there's going to be a no commentary version. I'm extremely sick. I'm sorry for my voice and the constant having to mute the microphone to cough. And again, no sleep here. I've been up for like forever. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Stay tuned for more videos to come, and I will catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys.